Hi folks, News Director Taylor Cormier here from WBSM, just walking away from the scene for a second just to give you kind of a recap of what's going on here. So back in 1980, Donald Eugene Webb, formerly of New Bedford, is alleged to have murdered a police chief in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. I believe it was December of 1980. After that, he disappeared. Nobody knew where he was. He was a person of interest, of great interest in that killing. Saxonburg police have been, it's the longest running cold case involving the murder of a police officer in American history. Donald Eugene Webb, his wife Lillian, now lives in a Dartmouth home on Maple Crest Drive along with her son, which is Donald Eugene Webb's stepson, Stanley Webb. A few months ago, state police, FBI raided this home on Maple Crest Drive, searched the home for any indication of whether Donald Eugene Webb was living there at some point or may have still been living there. It's alleged that the family may have been hiding him away, possibly. That's one of the possibilities that authorities were looking into. While they were checking out the home, they found a secret room hidden behind a closet inside the home, and the room contained a cane. Now, neither Lillian nor Stanley require a cane to walk, so it's alleged that Donald Eugene Webb needed a cane as a result of the altercation with the Saxonburg, Pennsylvania police chief back in 1980. They believe that after or sometime during the fight with the police chief and Donald Eugene Webb, all of this is alleged, that the police chief was able to squeeze off at least one shot that could have struck Donald Eugene Webb in the leg, which may have disabled him to some degree if he did not seek treatment. Again, Donald Eugene Webb has not been officially seen since 1980 by authorities. There have been sightings of him. He's been on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. And we have some activity down here at Maple Crest Drive today. As you can see, Saxonburg police are here today. It's not known if there have been any arrests, but we will stay here on scene to keep you informed of what's going on. So that's my commentary for right now. I'll let you know if we have any updates. We're going to stay live here on WBSM. We haven't gotten an opportunity to speak with authorities just yet. Looks like they're still searching property here. I'll show you in just a second. There's the driveway here. Another chapter to the story a couple of weeks ago. First of all, Stanley Webb is a prominent businessman in the New Bedford, Dartmouth area. He has several businesses. He also runs a gaming company similar to a slots-style gaming system where players, and I'm sure many of you have seen these machines, they've been set up in bars and coffee shops throughout the area. There have been several court cases that have gone back and forth as to whether these machines are legal or not. The premise is that you can play them for free, and they're just games as you would play on your smartphone for free, or you can put in money to the machines, and the prizes would be doled out. They'd be, things that would have some monetary value, but it wouldn't be directly cash. It would be a phone card, or maybe the proprietor of the business that's hosting the machine would give you a gift certificate to their shop. All of those machines, we're told, several hundred machines were taken by state police just a couple of weeks ago. Now, let me be clear, that is not in connection with the case involving Stanley Webb's stepfather. This is completely different. The timing does seem suspect as to the seizure of the machines and the investigation into the whereabouts of Donald Eugene Webb. The timing does seem very suspect, but that's all officially, let's just say, a coincidence as of this point. We're not sure if there were any ulterior motives by authorities that are looking into this case, both cases. So those machines were seized. I spoke with Stanley Webb that morning, one of the mornings that they were seizing his machines, and he said the state police were seizing the machines. They were upset because he had filed a lawsuit against them for improper seizure of his machines several years back. He did not wish to comment any further, but he told me specifically that that was not in connection with the disappearance of his stepfather. I can tell you with a great deal of certainty that today's action here on Maple Crest Drive is in connection with the disappearance of Donald Eugene Webb. Saxonburg police are here. Saxonburg, Pennsylvania police are here in Dartmouth, Massachusetts, the home of Stanley and Lillian Webb, the stepson and wife of Donald Eugene Webb, who's alleged to have killed the Saxonburg police chief back in 1980. Stay with us here on WBSM's Facebook, also on air, 1420 WBSM. Follow up on WBSM.com when we have stories posted. We're going to stay live here as long as we can. until we get some more information here as to what's going on exactly here on Maple Crest Drive. Georgie Hancock, thanks for commenting. There was a secret room here discovered several months ago on Maple Crest Drive. A cane was found in that room. If you go back earlier in this video, I explained what exactly was found in that room and why it may be of significance and why it may be connected to today's events. Philan Dussault, sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. The main theory is, and I realize you're joking a little bit here, but the main theory here is that Donald Eugene Webb was living at this home for a point in time. We're not sure when that may have been, if it is in fact reality. Again, that's just pure conjecture, but that's the motive that state police and Saxonburg police seem to be working on, along with the FBI. Again, nobody's seen Donald Eugene Webb for almost 30 years, 37 years. But when that room was, Phelan, I'm sorry, okay, Phelan. When that room was raided several months ago, a cane was discovered. The room was otherwise empty, but a cane was discovered. Police believe that the cane may have belonged to Donald Webb. After a scuffle he had with that police chief back in 1980, they believe he may have been shot in that scuffle in which Donald Eugene Webb is alleged to have killed police chief in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. Joan, they're not sure if he's still here. Nobody's really sure if he's still alive, at least as far as we know. But a lawsuit filed on behalf of the police chief's family several months ago alleges that Lillian and Stanley Webb have information either of Donald's current whereabouts or prior whereabouts after the murder, and that they were withholding information from authorities. And Tim Weisberg, if he's listening, let's get a post up on WBSM.com, simply with the facts that are in plain view. That'd be much appreciated. Phelan, I think that car had a return passenger, so I don't think you'll see that for a while. That's Saxonburg police officer right there, working with state police. This case does not have to do with the Four Bucks County men. This is a case going back to 1980 and the killing of a Saxonburg, Pennsylvania police chief, believed to have been committed by a former New Bedford man by the name of Donald Eugene Webb. This is the residence in Dartmouth on Maple Crest Drive where Donald Webb's wife Lillian and his stepson Stanley live. There are allegations that Stanley and Lillian have knowledge of Donald's current whereabouts or former whereabouts. There was a secret room here in this house discovered several months ago by authorities. Empty, otherwise, other than a cane that they believe belonged to Donald Eugene Webb. Jason, this is actually a very lovely neighborhood. A lot of heritage homes here built in the 50s and 60s. So yeah, it does kind of look like the Brady Bunch house. I could be wrong, but if Donald Eugene Webb is still alive, he'd be about 85, 86 years old. He does have a Wikipedia page, and there's plenty of information there about him. Really fascinating life that he led up until that point. Not much is known after 1980 about Donald Eugene Webb, but was pretty much a small-time criminal operating out of New Bedford. Kimberly, we're not sure if that's what they believe, if Donald is in the house or not. Nobody's really sure if Donald Eugene Webb is still alive. Police searched this home several months ago and did not find Donald Eugene Webb. The simple fact, though, that Saxonburg police here is very revealing. Sean, that's correct. Stanley Webb owned, not slot machines technically, but gaming equipment. Been long disputed whether it's legal or not, but they were seized separate from this investigation. But the timing of their seizure and this investigation are very suspect. Inside the house right now, Lisa, we can pretty much with certainty say that Lillian Webb is home. We saw her drive up just a few minutes ago, probably about 10 minutes ago. Ken, good hunch, very good hunch. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that statement, but good hunch. Right now, again, Massachusetts State Police and Saxonburg Police are pouring through the home. Looks like one of the state police dropped $1. I'm not going to touch it because it could be evidence. Derek, I don't know if they're looking for another secret room. To me, at least, if Saxonburg police are here, that leads me to believe that there's some pretty concrete information that there could be some action here today that puts a big, or breaks this case open, so to speak. Again, this is America's longest running cold case involving a police officer. 37 years. Brittany, if you have the capability to go back to the beginning of this video, I can explain it there, as I have several times already. In the description of the video, it does explain it a little bit. It appears that police are also searching a slightly wooded area adjacent to the home. See some activity there behind the minivan. Brittany, I will say it's unlikely that Donald Eugene Webb is in the house right now. He wasn't in the house when they raided this home several months ago. They did find a secret room with a cane that's believed to have belonged to Donald Webb. Again, nobody's really sure, at least nobody officially is really sure, if Donald Eugene Webb is even still alive. Well, Isaac, this is, if there's an arrest in this case, it certainly would be closure for the family of the police chief. He was killed in 1980, and they have gotten very little answers about this. And Tommy, thank you for that. I'm not the most technologically inclined person. In fact, the fact that we have this live video up now is just really a miracle. Alright, I'm going to wrap up this live feed right now, but stay tuned to the WBSM Facebook page, and we will continue to give you updates as we see them happening here. Also listen in to 1420 WBSM, that's on your AM dial for you youngins that don't know there's another button on that radio. It says AM 1420. It's New Bedford's news talk station. If you want to stay up to date on New Bedford news, that's where you go. Also online at WBSM.com. We'll be back. Stay tuned.